I'll make it to town. Tell him he can hurry, tell him he can take the freeway down. And away went Rudolph, a whistle like a merry.
Howdy, brothers and sisters out there in YouTube land. This here's Grateful Panic, and I've got another video for you guys today. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Real Steel E771 Sea Eagle. And before we do that, let's go ahead and get this panic dump knocked out of the way so you guys can take a look at what I was carrying today. And today, my modern folder carry was the Spyderco Paramilitary 2, and I'm trying to close it like it's a frame lock, and I know it's not. I know better than that. Bad panic, bad. And my traditional slip joint carry is was the Great Eastern Cutlery number 85 bullet end jack in African Blackwood. Go ahead and let you guys take a look at this awesome blade. I mean, that is just an amazing blade shape. I love that fat belly spear point there. I mean, that's just gorgeous. But you guys can expect a full review on that in the near future. And I just got this yesterday, so I absolutely had to carry it today. And my fixed blade carry is, as per usual, or a lot of the times, the Bark River Knives Ultralight Bushcrafter in CPM 3B. And that brings us to the What Am I Drinking segment of the video. And today I'm drinking on a little bit of Mango India Pale Ale from Palmetto Brewing Company. Nice local company that I like to support. And I'm going to say it's a very tasty brew, but it's got a really interesting flavor, and you're kind of, if you're not used to it, you're kind of taken aback on that first sip. It'll kind of get you. I mean, it's delicious, don't get me wrong, but it's just a little something different. So I guess that means that it's time to get down to the nitty-gritty, guys, and take a look at this here review knife. And like I said, today we're going to be reviewing the Real Steel E771 Sea Eagle. And before we get to the meat and taters of this guy, let's go ahead and get the boring stuff out of the way and get you guys some measurements, materials, and a weight. And dimensions wise, we've got a closed length of 4 3/4 inches. We have a fully opened overall length of 8.5 inches, and we've got a blade length of 3 3/4 inches. And earlier I measured, got an approximate measurement of the cutting edge, and oddly enough, it's the same as the blade length. And I'm guessing because if you measure from tip to the to right here, it's pretty much in line with the end of the sharpened edge. So you do have a cutting edge of 3 3/4 inches. Materials wise, we've got black G10 handle scales, we've got a black G10 back spacer, we've got stainless steel hardware all the way around, and this is some really unique hardware in my opinion, and I'm digging it. I like it a lot. You've got a single pivot screw and then a single screw at the rear of the knife, and that's the only two screws that hold this knife together, I'm guessing. But well, no, you know what, I haven't taken this knife apart, but looking at it, it does have a back spacer, so I'm guessing there are some torque screws under this G10, under these G10 scales. So that was a silly notion right there. I don't know why I thought it. But and these screws here are pretty daggone cool. They're hollow. So, and I don't think it would take full size 550 cord, but I do think if you got some geez Louise, I don't even know the different sizes, but the smaller paracord, I think you could do a pretty decent lanyard. And also the pivot screw is hollow, and I just think that's just a really cool look. You got a stone-washed stainless steel pocket clip, which is, and what I'm seeing from the information I got, it's saying it's right hand, left hand, tip up only. But looking at the construction, I don't see why, because I mean these screws sit flush just like these do. I don't see why it couldn't be tipped down as well. But I mean, don't quote me on that. That's just my opinion. We got some nice beefy stainless steel liners here. It is a liner lock, and it's a beefy liner lock. And I'd really dig the liner locks that have a little bit of heft to them and then have this cutout right here. I just think that's a cool look. You got a nice little bit of jimping right here on the lock bar. And the lock, it's right around, say, 30 to 40%. So that's a nice point of engagement, in my opinion, for I don't know how old this knife is, but I like liner locks and frame locks that lock up just a little bit early, as long as it's a secure lockup, and this definitely is, because that's more longevity of your locking mechanism, because as the metal wears, it's going to move further and further over, so you don't want it already starting way over here. But I digress, and let's move along. This 3 3/4 inch blade is in 14C 28N Sandvik stainless steel. It is a nice pointy drop point. Got a satin finish and a really nice high flat grind or flat ground blade. I mean, you've literally got just this much right here that's a flat, and the rest of it is a full flat ground blade, and I like that. I dig that a lot. Got a nice sharpening choil here. It is a manual opening flipper, and the flipper tab is really nice. There's no jimping on it, but it doesn't need it at all. It works equally well with the light switch method as it does the push button method. And you've got this, I'm gonna want to call it a thumb ridge, because it's not necessarily a thumb ramp. It doesn't really ramp up, but it's got some nice, really functional jimping right there. And the ergonomics on this guy are pretty stinking phenomenal. And I'm going to tell you what, this pocket clip, as far as hot spots go, it's one of the nicest I've experienced, because you literally, I mean, you just don't feel like it's there at all. It's almost like it's sitting flat. But I wear jeans with fairly, like, the pockets are fairly thick, because there's some knives and flashlights that I have trouble getting the pocket clip to sit all the way down on. And this guy, I mean, it sits just perfectly, but it lies so flat to the handle that, I mean, you really don't even feel it at all. I mean, it's like it's not there much. I mean, let alone does it cause a hot spot. Like, it's absolutely perfect. You got a nice finger groove here, and I'm going to tell you, like, when you're gripping this knife, the liner lock is very easy to access, but I mean, you don't even feel it. I know some knives, it's like the liner lock sits a little bit too high, kind of digs into your finger a little bit, and that's not the case with this knife whatsoever. Oh, you do have a really nice standoff right here, and I'm not sure, let me take a look at this. Oh yeah, it looks like you've got a good bit of clearance between the blade, the cutting edge of the blade, and that standoff. So if you're not able to use 550 cord in this little lanyard hole right here, I believe you could probably put one around that standoff. Oh, we did not at all whatsoever get a weight, guys. So let's do that now. Yep, it works. I don't trust this scale at all, because it's failed me. And we're looking at 4.3 ounces, which converts to 121 grams for our good and decent friends across the pond. So yeah, I mean that's a good EDC weight right there. You know, I think that the sweet spot for a lot of people is less than 5 ounces, but I've found, you know, 5 ounces, give or take a couple, it really doesn't matter. Um, you know, I'm not a minimalist. I'm not doing any ultralight hiking or camping, so you know, if I have an 8 or 9 ounce blade in my pocket, it's not going to bother me at all. I mean, I wear a fixed blade on my hip every day for the most part, so the weight thing doesn't bother me. But yeah, 4.2 ounces, that's a very, very decent weight. So overall, guys, this right here, and I'll have to, I'll post it, a link to, you know, where you can get this knife in the description, but the price that I've seen is right around $50, give or take a couple of dollars. And to me, that's an excellent price for this knife. You get a lot of bang for your buck. You got very, very good build quality, you know, awesome materials. The fit and finish is absolutely fabulous. I love this look where you've got your liners sticking out from the G10 scales. I think that's a really classy, cool look. And this, you know, it's a hardy little knife, but I mean, it could function as a, you know, a gentleman's carry. I think it's really classy looking, yet at the same time, it's got a bit of aggressiveness to it. So it's kind of a dual-purpose knife as far as that goes, in my opinion. And I think it covers all the bases just absolutely perfectly. I think this is a great, great knife, and I really appreciate Brother David for sending this my way, because I've been wanting to get my hands on some real steels, and he sent two, and I've been extremely impressed with both of them. So with that being said, guys, this knife definitely gets the Grateful Panic seal of approval, which, as we all know, is 1 3/4 thumbs up. So thanks again to Brother David for loaning me this knife. It's a really great experience, and I was glad that I was able to bring it to you guys and give you guys a review, and hopefully pique your interest, because I mean, definitely I recommend this knife. If you're in the market for, you know, a knife of this caliber, I highly recommend it. You know, don't stop, do not pass go, do not collect $200. Just, if you got the extra 50 bucks or so and you're looking for a knife like this, jump on it, because it's a great, great knife. So with that being said, guys, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate all your views, your likes, your subscriptions, and this is Grateful Panic signing out. And remember, guys, stay alert, stay alive, and hey, how about do something nice for somebody today? Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Run, Rudolph, Sanders, like a baby to town.